ng slide this. Next slide. Habit number 3. Yes. Put first things first. This is also challenging and common sense na maraming nagkakamali dito. Kasama dahil ako dyan, especially in early life. Uunahin yung mga bagay na importante. Okay. So, ang magandang example dyan, sabi dito, may mga bagay ko minsan na, kunyari, isang empleyado under sa isang boss, of course. Meron siya nakita, mali ang decision ng boss. Sabi ng empleyado, mali yung boss yun. Ngayon tanong, bago niya sabihin yun, ano ang sitwasyon? Yung boss ba niya ay nag-open for suggestion o hindi open? Kung tama ka, sinasabi niya, no? Tama ka, pero tatamaan ka niyan pagkatapos. So, may mga actions kang gagawin na bago mo gawin, i-classify mo. Ano pang mas importante? I-argue ko na tama, mali siya, ako tama. O itatabi ko na muna. That's just one illustration na sometimes there are urgent things na hindi mo kailangan gawin muna. Importante. Let me further illustrate. Baka medyo mahirap siya explain na hindi kaharap. Dito na lang sa explanation ng urgent at saka important. Okay. What is the difference about urgent and important? Ang urgent, siyempre, alam natin, urgent. Yung Russia. Sabi niya, Russia. Diba? So, sinasabi nito, ang apat na bagay sa buhay natin. May mga bagay na hindi urgent at hindi importante. Quadrant ito apat na. Kung hindi urgent, hindi pa importante, just say no. Ano example ito? Yung daily opening mo ng Facebook, not all the time na importante. Kung gusto mo lang mag-update, ang tanong, may makakadagdag ba yan sa value sa yung gusto mong iniisip mong gawin? So, does it something to do with your career movement? Kung hindi naman, maybe hindi mo siya papansinin. So, just say, may nag-imbita sa'yo, pero alam mo na meron ka pang mas importanteng dapat gawin. Hindi siya importante, pero mag-look at the invitation to spend your time, your 1 hour time with another. Kung hindi importante sa iyo at hindi rin urgent, pwede ka masabing no. There's a second classification. Urgent, dito sa not urgent, not important, so say no. Meron namang ibang bagay, urgent siya, pero hindi importante. Example, pag nasa office ka, urgent yung telephone calls. Ikaw sasagot. Baka kailangan, pwede mo nang i-delegate, lalo kung ikaw yung boss. I-delegate mo sa iba. Urgent siya pero hindi naman importante sa iyo. The third one is, hindi siya urgent, pero importante. Example, training, gym, exercises. These are important, pero hindi siya urgent. So what do we do? Schedule time. That's why attending gym session, kailangan dito sa labat, may schedule. Kasi hindi pwedeng basta-basta na lang attend ka. You need preparation before you attend. And then that's the question. The question is, do you prepare when you attend this kind of session? If you don't, maybe convince yourself to prepare for it. Na alam natin, ang topic ay 7 habits, maybe we should search sa Google, maging part ng habit nyo. Kung mayroon na naman another speaker, ibang topic, is way of knowing ahead of time that search Google, the internet, and be able to get some information. And then, it will become a habit on your part. When there's a speaker, you already can ask question. So, magiging interesting ang ano natin. Okay. Then, ang pinaka-important dito, urgent na, important pa. Do these things immediately. Ito yung life and death. Life and death. So importante na you need to put first things first. So, okay, so far, what we have tackled is the first 3. The first one is be proactive. Second is begin with that in mind. And third is put things first. put first things first. These three, if you are able to, if you are not able to master this, you are like a baby that is dependent on your mother to train you. But if you are able to master this, you are already, you have already reached personal independence. You are now ready for the next level. The next level is actually mastering the interdependence. Pag na-master mong be a proactive, begin with end in mind, put first things first. Pag na-master mo ito, ready ka na to have meaningful interaction with another person. Either as mentee, someone that you can teach, or someone that you can learn also from in terms of interdependence. So, we can now go to the next habit, to think win-win. Yan. Ito, think win-win is also very good kasi there are also four instances. Number one, sa transaction ng tao. Number one is, ikaw at kausap mo, pareho kayong lugi. May transaction kayo, lugi ka, lugi siya, hindi kayo magkasundo. And therefore, the result of that transaction is you are both unhappy. Mayroong transaction dapat hindi matutuloy kasi ayaw pumayag yung dalawang parties. So anong resulta niyan? Both unhappy because of parehong isip nila, scarcity mentality. I will explain later what I mean by scarcity mentality. Number two instance is that loss and win. Pwedeng ikaw ay unhappy kasi nalugi ka o talo ka, yung kaharap mo ay panalo. Again, this is also a result na yun, scarcity mentality dito. And then the third is, pwedeng ikaw panalo, therefore you're happy, and yung kausap mo ay lugi, so unhappy. The first three instances, lose, win, loss, sa lahat ito ay scarcity mentality. Ang mindset ng participant doon ay limitado ang resources. The fourth one is win-win. Bakit siya nanalo? Bakit nagka-agree sila? Because ang mindset nila, hindi niya kailangan panalunan ng todo-todo yan kasi sharing. Ang magandang example yan, kunyari, sa isang sitwasyon na may opisina, dalawang office mate, yung isa, gusto niya nakabukas ang window kasi gusto niya pumasok ang hangin, claustrophobic siya. Yung isa naman, ayaw niyang nakabukas ang bintana. Papeles. So, pag in-apply natin yung, siyempre magtitigasan, mag-away na sila kasi magkaiba. Isang gusto open, isang gusto sarado. Pero how can they hit win-win? Kung mag-agree sila, mo-open sila na may solusyon yan. So, anong pwede mangyari? O sige, ikaw na gusto mo mahangin, pwede ba ikaw lang lumapit doon sa bintana at saka yung lumilipad ng papel doon kasi siguro sana. In other words, hindi yung bangayan ka agad, kundi na mindset niya, pwede mag-usap kahit na may problema. So, ganyan ang sistema. The difference between ang scarcity mentality, ang symptoms noon ay palaging nagkukumpit or nag-accumulate ng mga bagay. Number three, ang pananaw nila sa resources ay limitado. Every time meron kang panalo, ang tingin niya nabawasan siya. Characteristic ng scarcity mentality, yung takot sa pagbabago, ayaw magbago. And of course, the fifth one is that ayaw ng risk. So, hindi siya mag-improve kasi ayaw ng risk. Now, the abundance mentality, ganito mindset niya. Nagko-collaborate, nagtutulungan. Kasi ang nasa isip niya, if we can do this together, we can do better. Pwedeng generous. Sige, ikaw na. Pagbigyan mo na yan. And then, ang mindset nila, hindi mo muna, ako naman sa susunod. And then, si mentality takes ownership of change and they will manage change. And then abundance mentality also is nagmamanage ng risk. Ganun lang ang paradigm nun, yung pananaw. Ang pananaw niya, hindi kailangan magbangayan, they will need to come together. Okay, then we just completed habit number 4. The next is think win-win. Everybody is a winner. And be understood. Most people doesn't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. They are either speaking or preparing to speak. Ito yung sabi ni Stephen Covey. If you want a clear illustration of this, watch the interaction doon sa kay Tulfo. Kasi yung kikita ko dyan, yung mga pag nag-uusap, sa barangay level, pag salita ng isa, hindi pa nga tapos yung isa. Kasi simula pa lang, titira yung kabila. So, kasi karamihan, nagsasalita pa lang yung isa, bago sagutin, tumitira na yung kabila. So, ang reality is, each one has different perception. So, ang tinasabi ng habit number 5, dapat maging habit natin na makinig muna tayo at kahit nanggigigil ka na sa sinasabi ng kausap mo, pigilan mo pa rin kasi you will come out far better than the person you're talking to. So, seek first to understand far better because now you can react properly. Baka yung mga iniisip mo, hindi naman pala totoo. So, you need to know ano ang hugot ng kausap. If you are able to do this as a practice, then you are going to master habit number 5, which is seek first to understand, then be understood. Let's go to habit number 6, which is synergize. Okay. Sa synergy, sinasabi lang, ang 1 plus 1 is 2, yan ang normal. Pero sa synergy, dapat 1 plus 1 do much more because you are collaborating. You can approach this with different ways of looking at things. Kung magkatuwang kayo, you're able to do much more. So, habit number 6 is synergize. Magsama-sama, like this one, this event, this could not have been done by one person alone. This has been a collaboration of the team of Labat Cruz, and I'm pretty sure they have a lot of discussions before they're able to TV. And they've been doing this over time, and you will notice in the future that they continue to solidify in terms of the experience. And you work together, produce alternative solutions on your differences, and you both can recognize the best direction that you may want to attain. And that will also bring in huge emotional deposit to your friends. Value difference, you can always have, sabi nga nila, effective people, their own limitations, and they learn and get benefit from it. And the last part is number 7. Habit number 7 is sharpen the saw. Yung lagari is okay. Sharpen the saw is the material for this book is designed to be a companion in the continuing process of changes and growth. That's why if you monitor your practice of 7 habits or 6 habits, you become far. This illustrated by physical renewal. When you go to gym regularly, you'll have a better tone of the body. Sa mental renewal, you can always do good reading of good books, Bibles, commentaries, and maybe TED Talk or World Library, which is 24/7. If you do this, you get much more information. On emotional and social renewal, you can have deepening relationship by being frank to each other in a very nice way. And so there are many sharpening your soul, your ability. Of course, the last part, now when you're able to do this, sabi natin na yung first 3 habit, you're able to have established your independence. The next level is you're going to have mastered the interdependence. And finally, you are now going to the next level kasi hanggang 7 lang. But there's actually level 8, yung leaving a good legacy. So, next slide. Let me illustrate. This is your pathway. To leave a legacy requires something like this. Next slide. We're now on the last few minutes to go. Next slide, please. Yung journey of empowerment. Don't worry, independent, independent, at saka interdependent. That's the kind of word that I got it from the author. So let it be there. If you notice, itong ups and downs is just an illustration. Pag na-master mo ang dito, yung 7 habits, sa next slide mo makikita kung anong dapat na trajectory. But in reality, the next 4 up to the 8 takes a lot of time, depende sa ability mo to do it, depende sa circumstances mo. So tingnan natin sa next slide. Ito yung reality, it can vary. Next slide. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Ay, hindi yan. Yung next slide nyo na. May nawala yatang slide dyan. Yan. Ito ang dapat na trajectory. Sa first slide, kasi proactive, begin with it in mind, put first things first. Pag na-master mo yan, that now prepare you to interact with another people, another persons. And if you interact with another person from habit 4, 5, 6, mag-shoot up ang ang abilidad and accomplishment sa buhay. Lalo na pag you go do it together, habit 7, you sharpen the saw, perfecting your first 6 habits, it will lead you and prepare you to have your leaving a very good legacy for your children, for your family, for your relatives, and high school classmates and others. So with this, I think that you all are going to have a very smooth going up, but realities can vary. So nasa kamay mo kung anong gusto mong tatahakin. And I hope that you will have an opportunity to have mas in-depth, kasi dapat itong meron tayong mga may breakup sessions to really internalize all these things. This is like an overview of your life, and I hope if you have this, these are the kind of things that I do with our mentees. It will prepare you so that when you go, all of you will have contributed already to the site of the Facebook of OWWA Legend. Baka yung at least 100 of stories will be there, ready to be published. And if that happens, that is a test by which when you go home, ready na kayo to share with your community and your family. So next slide. Okay, so I say God bless you, your family, and your team. I say your team because when you go to remember you with somebody else, while you're there, you and somebody else, and when you go home, you create your own team with your family. And then hopefully, and I pray that everybody will have a wonderful time with your journey towards empowerment so that you can empower somebody else. God bless you all. Thank you so much. I'm now open for questions.
We can probably take a few questions. Just an exhaustive motivational lecture, which was full of, I think, profound insights. This is just a preview of the mentoring sessions we plan to actually hold at some point in the future, maybe in the second semester. So we can take a few questions. Otherwise, basically this actually is just an introductory preview to actually the mentoring session, which we will hold probably in the second semester. So in the interest of time, siguro Mr. Rojas, punong-puno pa siguro sila, hindi pa na-process.
Yes.
At siguro maraming natamaan. But I just like to point out habit number 4, which is win-win. Ang perspective kasi namin dito sa Philippines office, experience so far, I mean, in my experience, I've been here for a year and a few months. Most situations or most cases, based on that framework we were using, is actually a win-win. So, kasi ang sinasabi namin, these things are success not actually possible without their support and participation. And so far, most of our encounters with our clients here or the OFWs have been win-win in that sense as described. Well, except for a few cases, no? Kasi because the habit number 5 was not practiced, yung understand before you seek to be you understand before you seek to be understood, right? So maybe it's not in place, but for most of the time and so far, based on my experience, our interactions have most of the time have been a win-win. So we'd like also to thank our OFW partners here in Greece and Cyprus for supporting and doing their end of the, we all have our parts doing, helping us move forward, no? So yun lang yung comment ko sa number 4. So anyway, I don't think we will not take questions anymore, boy, kasi we probably will reserve the more specific questions doon sa mentoring, which we will be holding a few months, no, as we finalize it. So, but I think we have received many comments here, and they were all positive. So, we'd like to thank Mr. Rojas. Well, unless somebody has a question, may magtatanong ba? They're speechless. So anyway, we'll get feedback and inform you about this. You can put your questions on the chat or email us. We can just give it to Mr. Rojas. So we have 5 minutes left, and I think at this point we'd like to thank Mr. Rojas for giving us his profound insights and for taking time off this Sunday to actually. Okay. So they say they're overwhelmed, so they cannot they cannot interesting, and then they can apply it in their lives. So God bless. So basically, yeah. Okay. So thank you, Mr. Ross. We'll see you again time. So anyway, we now proceed with the most awaited portion, the last portion actually, as we wrap up. I'd like now to give the floor to Gemma. Okay.
Hindi ako makasama kasi. Sayang.
Okay.
Nakapasok.
So we will now have the raffle. Basically, we'll also like to apologize kasi pala yung Zoom subscription namin can only accommodate 100. Actually, yung confirmed kasi was 115. No? So we probably need to upgrade our subscription. But anyway, yung mga hindi nakapasok, we pointed kasi naka-FB, put it on FB. So those na, kasi they were interested in the lecture, so those who could not watch, actually watch sa FB live. So next time we magbabayad kami ng mas malaki para ma-accommodate kayo lahat. So we'd like to apologize for that kasi hindi namin alam 100 lang pala yung limit ng subscription namin. So it's just too bad, no? But yeah, we will correct that next time. Okay, but anyway, nakapanood naman yata yung iba sa F. We now go to the Gemma will take over, ma'am.
Happy Migrant Workers Day to all. The POLO OWWA Advance host would like to thank the following sponsors: Pacific Food Market, Smart Pay Worldwide Payment Services, and Tips yata and Tips yan Pinoy Asian Fast Food, SB Asian Market, and SW Cargo.
Sayang, hindi ako nakapasok.
Raffle prizes. Yan, nakikita niyo po sa screen. Ngayon, tingnan na po natin ang unang first winners ng 2 microphone. Ito po si Miss Aurora Malio, Chona Pamintuan, sponsored by SB Asian Market. By the way, kung pala nagkaroon tayo ng rare apple draw last night. So kung may question po, pwede po namin ipadala sa inyo yung link. Kasi recorded po yun. Next, winners. Raffle winners.
Aurora, ayan, nanalo si Aurora.
Jasmine Rice, sponsored by Pacific Food Market. Number 1, Angelita Corachia. Number 2, Lourdes Sahor. And
Wala si Ate
next
Isabel.
po,
Ate Isabel,
raffle winners for a gift certificate from Pinoy Asian Fast Food worth 10 euros.
10 years.
Ano po siya ha? For 1 year? Wala naman. Walang expiry. So, sponsored by Pinoy Asian Fast Food,
Sa Greece lang yata yun.
Mrs. Delawina.
Hindi na yan. Wala pa
Next
rin.
po, next winner,
Next winner.
SW Balikbayan Cargo
Ayan, cargo.
Voucher.
Isabel na yun, Ate
Ito
Isabel.
po, valid until December 21. Yung title po,
Ay,
sila Giselle
Elizabeth, sayang, may bet na
Lucena,
doon, no?
Edmund Caraos, Ruth Cando, Miss Evangeline Piquet, and Miss Elizabeth. Sponsored by
Sayang, wala si
Wala
Ate
tayong
Isabel,
Cyprus,
Ate Isabel, wala Cyprus.
Cargo. Congratulations. Next po,
Next.
Miss Agustin Discar and Miss Marisa Bataan. Entitled po kayo sa
Travel
e-cargo
and
voucher
Cargo.
from Travel Me and Antiques Cargo.
Ano yan eh, Greece.
1 box each,
Diba?
Sa
valid
Greece yan,
for
sa
1
Greece.
year. So, sponsored
Walang
by
Cyprus,
Travel Me and
Cyprus na,
Antiques
Cyprus na
Cargo.
yan.
Next winner.
Next
One
winner.
free remittance charge is sponsored by Smart Pay Worldwide Payment
Wala
Services.
talaga,
So
ano,
we have 5 winners.
Maria
Maria
Susan.
Lumanta,
Wala man ng
Ron
Wala
Ramos,
Cyprus.
Giselle Linao, Emily
Yata kayo
Boyton,
nag-ano.
and Janice Pinumiano.
Nag-registered.
Next
Ano naman
winner,
kami?
ito
Nag-register
po yung
ako eh.
blood pressure
Hindi ako
checker.
makapasok.
It's a precise.
Ada Hernandez.
Ito na precise.
Ayan, meron.
Okay,
Sa
sa
ano?
Ada Hernandez, Margie,
Lag na ka.
Petlenyo.
Siya ada.
Si Margie ba? Si
Banoy,
Margie.
si
ano?
Margie.
Next, maswerte.
Jane
Mga
pili niya. Ay, nanalo si
sunod na
Jane.
maswerte.
Oo.
6 winners of smartwatch.
Si, ano,
Army.
si Jane. Nanalo si Jane. Si
Isa
Margie. At
Ba siya taas?
Geraldine
Wala ka?
wala eh, si Armelita.
Catherine
Ay, Relo, sayang.
So,
ano?
Susayin Nadala,
Hindi, sayang.
Ella.
Si Susino.
Meron
Si
po talaga
Lisa, si
mga
Armin,
swerte
meron.
na
Si Lisa.
Si
paulit-ulit na
Susan
nananalo.
Nadala. At
Five
least meron.
winners
Bakit
na
wala ako dyan sana?
Phone or tablet
Oh,
stand.
na yan sa'yo, na yan sa'yo. na yan,
Number
Isabel.
1, Love Galay.
Ay,
Ah, si ano?
Victoria
Si Edna nanalo.
Rosemary Perez.
Si Edna.
Filomena
Nandiyan ba siya?
Ayun,
Salon.
Hindi na, dito ba siya
Persina.
ngayon?
Ewan ko kung nakaano
Yan
siya.
po
Nakapasok.
ang maswerteng
Nag-register
nanalo
ba?
ngayong Migrant
Wow.
Workers Day.
Ay, wow. Andyan si ano, si Persina.
Okay, with that,
Tapos na? Wala
that
ba ate
ends
na?
our
Oo, wala.
Wala. Sila Bligalay. Oh. Ano?
Happy Migrants Day again,
Sayang.
and we hope you actually submit your stories so we can fill it up, no, yung ating site with your stories.
Gagawa nga
Yan.
po ng
Gawa ko
story
ng
ko.
stories
So
ko.
maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. I'd like to call Maribing Mondina to actually give our closing remarks. Well off.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so magandang hapon
I-ano
po
natin,
sa ating
unmute
lahat.
natin.
Before we leave
I-unmute
Oo,
natin.
i-unmute mo na.
the session, we at the POLO, headed by our beautiful labor attachés in charge, express our heartfelt thanks to our new
Asa si Well off?
His Excellency Giovanni Palek
Ayan siya.
and other officers
Ayan,
of the Philippine Embassy
Ayan si Walter.
and our director from overseas operation and our Mr. Boy, singer, si Anthony, and to our sponsors and to all of you, our dear migrant workers, you are the celebrant today's activity. We salute and recognize your valuable contributions. So despite the pandemic, this activity had not been materialized or not a success if not of your total indulgence. So congrats the pre-raffle draws. And once again, we greet you Happy Migrants Day. Saludo,
Happy Migrants
saludo.
Day.
Sayang, nanalo mga ano. Si Jane.
So, pagpupukay at pagpasasalamat sa tibay, galing at pagmamalasakit sa inyong lahat. So, as we launch the OWWA Legends, we encourage everyone to share your remarkable, unforgettable stories and legacies in life to Legends. So, once again, maraming salamat po sa inyo at magandang hapon po. God bless us all.
Morning po, ma'am.
God bless.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
So that ends our session for
Happy
today.
Migrants Day to all.
Po, ma'am. God bless po, ma'am.
God bless po.
Thank you.
Happy OFW Day. Happy Migrants Day.
lahat.
Sa inyong lahat.
Jean, Miss Gemma, Miss Maribit, thank you po from Thessaloniki. Happy Migrants Worker Day.
Happy Migrants Day sa lahat.
Happy Migrants Day po.
Picture tayo, picture.
Ano yun? Happy Migrants.
Ano, picture, picture.
Tapos na.
Picture daw.
Sure.
Picture pa, picture.
Picture tayo, picture.
Thank you po. Bye-bye. Have a nice night.
Bye.
Wala na.
Tayin po namin kayo dito,
Oo,
Ma'am
makita.
Sin, sa Maribing Ma'am Sin, sa Cyprus.
Ma'am Maribik, antayin ka namin sa June 19.
Oo nga, see you there.
Dito sa Cyprus.
See you po. Lilibet
See you.
Bell na po here.
Bye. Maraming salamat.
See you.
Cyprus. Saglit lang.
Ayan, hindi po ako nakapasok sa Zoom. Kaya nandito ako kay Ate Isabel ng Diba.
Nag-link ko po kayo, ma'am, mangungutang po.
Saglit lang.
Salamat sa tibay galing.
po namin kayo, ma'am,
Pagmasahit mo, kabayan.
Utang po ako, ma'am, Maribig. Utang po
Being a million girls
Ma'am Gemma, kumusta?
Bye-bye po.
Ma'am Cynthia, kumusta?
Okay po kami. Salamat. From OPC po, hindi po ako nakapasok. Kaya dito ako kaya sa Bibak.
Dito siya, OPC.
Oo, sa OPC po.
Hindi nakapasok.
Bye-bye po.
Bye-bye. God bless.
God bless po. Thank you. God bless. Thank you, thank you. Ayan guys,
Ay, naku, salamat.
kakatapos lang po ng aming meeting sa Zoom. Kasama namin si Ate Isabel. Ayan.
Happy Migrants Day to everyone.
Happy Migrants Day, everyone. Ayan. O, diba?
God bless
Talagang,
you all.
talagang yung fit ko ba, dinadala talaga ni Lord sa tama. Kasi, hindi ko alam, didiretso dapat ako doon sa ano, para nga, kasi may internet. Tapos, sabi ko, wala pa talaga akong masakyan. Kaya dumiretso ako dito. Ibig sabihin, hindi ako talaga makakapunta doon sa, makakapasok sa Zoom pala. Kasi,
ano?
hindi ang link. So, talagang
Dinala ka dito.
ginaid talaga ako ni Lord dito. Papunta kasi dito ako makikipag-meeting at hindi ako ma-absent. Diba guys? Napaka swerte na rin naman. Dahil kahit na hindi ako nakapasok, nandito ako rin kay Ate Isabel. Kaya thank you, Ate Isabel!
You're welcome. My
Meron
pleasure.
kainan-
You see my
may
t-shirt.
tina-
Yung
yung
t-shirt
oo,
niya.
oo,
Ayan.
At saka, of
Kami.
course, thank you talaga sa aming Ate Army. So, nga ang talagang napakasipag na aming service talaga ng OFW ay napaka-bless niya at dinala kami ng t-shirt. Thank you,
Oo.
Ate Army, sa t-shirt namin.
Salamat, Army.
At of
sa
course,
pagpapadala ng t-shirt namin.
At saka sa POLO, OWWA.
OWWA.
Ayan, Ma'am Cynthia Cruz at kaya
Salamat, Polo
Ma'am
Owa.
Maribek.
Ma'am
Ayan.
Maribek. Ma'am
Ayan.
Sylvia. Ay, Ma'am Gemma.
Ayan, Ma'am
Ma'am
Dimas.
Cynthia.
Ma'am Cynthia.
Thank you.
Ayan,
And
thank you. And
happy
God
blessed
bless.
day to everyone.
Ngayon po ay pupunta po kami doon sa
If you want to keep it okay, you give it to kids. Kasi
Tapos
because
na.
Edna is coming here to pick the money. Nasa ka na? Oo. Ay, ako yung
Ayan,
pupunta
dali.
sa malapit sa may bahay ko, may tatagpuin na ako. dito
Finish
sa
na?
may
Finish na.
Nag-iyakan doon.
Hindi, hindi mo kami mayakan.
Dito tayo ako.
Ayun, nanalo sila Armin ng watch. Si Lucan, nanalo na. Ano pinanalo na Edna?
What? Ano yung cellphone? Stand
Stand.
ng cellphone. Ayan. Bye-bye guys. Bye-bye.
YouTube pa ni Beto.
Anong ano?
Dapat Facebook live. Pinakita niya
Yung si Ron.
yung ano.
At pupunta ko sa may tapo ng bahay ninyo.